The Lhasa ecosystem is one of the last great expansive tropical rainforests left in Southeast Asia. It covers an area of 2.6 million hectares, or 26,000 square kilometres. 3 times the size of Yellowstone National Park. With peat swamps, tropical lowlands and cloud forest. It's the last place on Earth where tigers, rhinos, orangutans and elephants still coexist under the same canopy. Less than 100 Sumatran rhinos remain. This species is literally on the brink of extinction. The Lhasa ecosystem supports the largest remaining population and represents the last hope for this elusive and little-known species. Sumatran tigers continue to be decimated across their range, now occupying only 7% of the original habitat. There are fewer than 400 Sumatran tigers left in the wild. Lhasa harbours at least a quarter of these. Lhasa is of course the last stronghold for the Sumatran orangutan and countless other species, but none require more urgent protection than the Sumatran elephant. Across Sumatra, there are less than 2,000 of these critically endangered elephants. 200 to 300 call Lhasa ecosystem home. In the last few years, we have witnessed a rapid decline in these numbers, with large males being targeted for their tusks and many being poisoned as a direct result of the human-wildlife conflict.
I think he heard it. He was with us, right? Poor guy.
If these elephants are to survive, their immediate protection is vital. These threats to elephants, of course, are not unique to the Lhasa ecosystem, with a loss of more than 60% of elephant numbers globally in the last decade alone.
Right now I'm here on the ground. I've been here with WCS to document what's going on right now. There is a serious situation right here in the Lhasa ecosystem. Elephants are dying left, right and centre. You've seen what's happening today. You see how people on the ground are doing what they can with limited resources.
Conflict with humans as we continue to encroach on elephant territory, the incessant poaching for ivory, despite decades of political lobbying and attempts to reduce demand. And now, in some regions, the growing trend and the gruesome trade in elephant skin. With that being said, there has never been greater pressure on the Sumatran elephant than there is today. And nor has there ever been more of an urgent need to act.
Right now we're here in the Lhasa ecosystem and you can see sort of this clearing which is actually in the middle of the forest, and there was a herd of elephants that came through here last night, and this is how human-elephant conflict happens. These guys move in, they settle into these small areas, they clear the land, it's right in the migration path of the elephants, and this is what keeps happening. It's always conflict, either an elephant gets injured or a human gets injured, and this is why we've set up the elephant patrol unit to try and mitigate, to try and prevent this happening. Later on we're going to be collaring elephants, and so we're going to have time to warn those communities before the elephants move into the area.
And right now, within the Lhasa ecosystem, we have set up the first ever dedicated elephant patrol units. These committed and brave rangers patrol the forest, gathering intel on poaching, illegal logging, and removing snares along the way. They engage with local communities, providing education to encourage them to live in harmony alongside these elephants. Local people are the key to protection of wildlife, and without their support, efforts are futile. Most, of course, are receptive to the protection of elephants, and armed with the right knowledge, strategies and resources, these communities and wildlife populations can coexist. With one elephant patrol unit now in place, we need to expand these teams urgently and purchase radio collars, allowing us to closely track their whereabouts of individual herds. This will not only provide real-time information about the elephants' locations, but will give our rangers a head start to reduce any threats to the elephants and mitigate any human-elephant conflict situations. Without intervention, this population of elephants will be extinct within the next 10 years. Together, we have one chance to save Los's elephants before it's too late. But this can only happen with your help.
If you guys can get behind this, really dig deep. It's up to you. Do you want to live in a world without elephants? Right now, we're losing elephants here in Sumatra. So please get involved and donate wherever you can. Every dollar helps, even if it's a small amount, everything helps. And because I know that I'd like to live in a world with elephants, and we can't keep losing species and not have a knock-on effect to the human race. Right now we need biodiversity. It keeps these systems in place. It keeps the Losa ecosystem in place. Without biodiversity, these systems don't work and everything else fails. So it is very important. And the work that these guys are doing here on the ground right now.
Your support will help us purchase and fit collars to each herd and put more rangers on the ground, providing direct and immediate protection for these elephants. Since 2014, 46 elephants have been killed. We cannot afford another killing season.